To you. Thanks very much for being with us. Tell us, first of all, how are your family? Have you been in contact with them in recent days?
Unfortunately, I lost contact with my family as a result of the internet disruption and telecommunication lines. I would like to add that I didn't ask to be a Palestinian. I just got lucky. I'm so lucky to be from that part of the world, the Gaza Strip that has been under crippling blockade for the past 17 years. The dehumanization and the demonization of Palestinians is unprecedented. We are witnessing in front of our eyes the most horrific genocidal war in our modern history. Gaza is a very small piece of land, a coastal strip. It was full of potential, so many nice areas that I visited when I documented my trip there. I was with my family. I enjoyed my time. The situation is unprecedented. It's catastrophic. I think it will take Gaza years to rebuild. And the bombs that were dropped on Gaza is equivalent to the Hiroshima bomb. You can imagine an entire population is being displaced inside the Gaza Strip, which is a pressure cooker, half of whom are below the age of 20. Their aspirations, their dreams are shattered now. The psychological impact is unprecedented. There is no airport, no seaport in Gaza. The only access point to the outside world is the Egyptian-controlled Rafah crossing. It has been closed for the past 45 days by orders from Israel. The sons of Gaza are not children of darkness, as Netanyahu says. When you deal with Palestinians as subhumans, I think this shows the level of racism, and we have to address it.
Let me ask you about the situation with Egypt. Many wondering why Egypt doesn't open its borders. It is an independent state. Why doesn't it allow some of the many people who are suffering in Gaza out to take temporary refuge there? Would you like to see that happen?
I would like to see the Israeli occupation to end and the Israeli control to end. Egypt controls the Rafah crossing, yes. It is a sovereign country, yes. But because of the peace treaty, Israel cannot decide the terms. Israel dictates on Egypt whether to open it or close it. They say it's open, but also they justify the closure of the crossing, saying that, well, it is Israel who's hindering the reopening of the crossing. Road trucks of aid were allowed in, but it's not enough. Before the siege, before the war, approximately 500 truck aids were allowed into Gaza, but now the total trucks that was allowed into Gaza doesn't exceed 500. So you're talking about a huge need, medical supplies, food, lack of electricity, power outages, drinking water is not suitable for human consumption. You're talking about a starvation war. People are being starved. I look at the horrific, images coming from Gaza.
Yusuf, let me ask you about the situation in Gaza. As you know, Israel launched its attacks in retaliation for the Hamas attacks on Israel, in which more than 1,200 people were killed on October the 7th. What's your view on Hamas? As you know, Israel wants to wipe them out, to see the end of them. What's your view on them as a political entity that controlled Gaza, just briefly?
Well, a 16-year-old in Gaza witnessed 5 devastating wars. And those people, those young people, they did not elect Hamas. They're just born in this prison. They say, it's not my words, everybody knows that Hamas is part of the Palestinian people. They say that they took up arms to resist Israel's occupation. And history didn't start on the 7th of October.
Okay, but
Israel
you want to see the continuation of Hamas then?
It's up to the Palestinian people.
But I'm asking you for your view.
You can't ask this question. I would like to see Israel's occupation to end, and then Hamas will seize their arms. They say that we did. Hamas doesn't exist in the West Bank. So what's the justification of Israel's killing day and night in the West Bank? It is Hamas's decision to seize it or continuing. Obviously, we would like to see a Palestinian state recognized worldwide, but Israel is not allowing this to happen.
Okay. Yusuf Al-Helou, thank you for joining us.